So Craig, it's nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
So I just wanted to take today to interview you and ask you a few questions based on your personal life and why you wanted to get into this industry, as well as just a little bit about yourself. So if you want to take a minute and just give me a brief overview of who you are and why you wanted to get into the health and fitness industry.
Yeah, when I was younger, I always played sports, loved being active, playing football, ran track and field in high school, and then I went on to Queen's University where I took phys ed, which is now kin, but back then it was phys ed,
Okay.
and played university football there as well. And I just always loved learning about the human body and exercise and fitness. But I had a really influential prof. His name was Dr. Robert Ross, and at the time he was studying type 2 diabetes and exercise and kind of the relationship between those. So I remember him just coming into class one day and saying, there's an epidemic of lifestyle diseases that are affecting Canadians, being type 2 diabetes, heart disease, certain forms of cancer, and obesity. And he kind of challenged myself and my classmates as future physical educators to sort of change this dynamic. And so when I started to analyze the relationship, I thought, well, we know that exercise is important. Why aren't more people physically active? And what I came to realize was that only 10% of Canadians belong to a gym. It's a very small percentage. So why are those other 90% Canadians unmotivated or uninspired by gyms? And so what I realized was the current model, this big box gym, is very intimidating. It's got lots of fancy equipment that no one knows how to use, so there's a lack of knowledge, and then there's a ton of other barriers that prevent people from maintaining an active lifestyle. And so when I looked at it, I saw a tremendous opportunity for myself and other people who were going to come on board to start Momentum.
Yeah.
And so that's what we did. We started Momentum Fitness, and we're slowly starting to change the paradigm, how people experience fitness.
Okay. So would you say that your prof really inspired you based on diabetes and based on disease, and so you took the opportunity to kind of learn and see what he was trying to say, kind of thing? Or did you already want to go into designing your own gym or building your own facility, and that was just like the final straw, like that was what hit it home for you that this needed to happen?
I don't know. When I remember taking that class, I don't think I had my heart set on becoming an entrepreneur and starting my own business, but he definitely planted a seed. And in phys ed, in school, at least when I was in school, you were kind of streamed. You would become either a phys ed teacher, you would go into physio or some sort of occupational therapy, or research. You would continue your education in grad school. And I thought, well, he kind of planted the seed, and then I thought, well, I'm an entrepreneur. I love kind of being creative. I love I was in my gym my whole adolescent and into my early adulthood, so I love being in gyms. I just felt like there was a different approach that could be taken.
Right.
And so it all kind of just came together.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that I was like, I realized really early that I was going to be an entrepreneur, but when he planted the seed, and then I just kept running with it.
Okay.
When I got out of school, I ended up playing professional football.
Wow, that's awesome.
But after that, I came back to Hamilton and started this business. So
Wow,
mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So he definitely inspired you would say.
Mm-hmm.
What about in your daily life? Like what inspires you to keep being successful, to keep being motivated, to make constant changes and to be relevant, to stay relevant in the industry?
Well, I think there's a couple of things. Like personally, I love to move. I love being active. I'm one of those people that definitely gets the endorphin high when I go for a run or when I do something. I'm also competitive. There's been times where I haven't had a competition or a goal to work towards, and that definitely affects my level of physical activity. But when I have something to train for, whether it's a running race or triathlon or something like that, I find I'm way more active. So that's part of my personality, and it definitely keeps me motivated, keeps me going.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
So when you started this industry, did you find that you wanted to define your business separately from big box gyms because they were intimidating, or did you define it because you thought, you know, maybe I need to start small and then work my way bigger, kind of thing?
No, I definitely just realized that this is a model that I feel is a lot more appealing to that 90%. You know, the majority of people who never belonged to a gym before, right? Even just the thought of actually going into a gym is intimidating.
Yeah.
And so, you know, even if we had the resources to build a superstructure, a big box gym, I wouldn't do it. I just feel like this is our best chance and our best model to connect with those people. You know, a lot of those people come in here, and even still, even on a smaller level, smaller concept, there's still that intimidation because of the fancy equipment, you know, treadmills and weights, and so there's still that element. And you know, this isn't where we're going to stop. We're not just going to build 24-hour gyms, smaller boutique facilities. There's many different ways that we can give people a fitness experience, and not even including any kind of treadmill or weights or anything like that. Okay. And that's kind of the direction I would love to see Momentum go, is, you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, going to a gym to be active. Right. It's creating other solutions, and so that's how I see us growing.
Okay, cool. Going along with that, what would you say your top 3 or top 5 values are for, you know, yourself or people you would hire? What you would look for in them, and what, you know, what is important to you in your life?
Well, I can tell you that our values at Momentum, there's only 4, but they're people, passion, purpose, and possibility. 4 P's. So they're pretty straightforward. It's just purpose is that, you know, we're always doing something for a reason. You know what I mean? And our purpose here is to help get more people active, to help more people develop a positive relationship with physical activity. People, that's where it all starts with, whether it's our staff and the people that we hire, or the members, the people that we work with. It's not about a bottom line. It's not about making money. It's about positively impacting people and using exercise as that tool to do that. Passion, so obviously with passion, you gotta love what you do. And if you love what you do, it's not a job, it's not a chore, it's not work. It's just you get out of bed and you love coming to work, right? And so whether that's this, or you have another passion in life, maybe it's art or photography, or, you know, whatever it might be, you have to have a passion for something. And then the last one is, this is kind of one that we're really big on as well, is possibility. So I always say to our staff, like, you know, we talk about our goals and our dreams, there is no limit. And when it's unlimited, everything is possible. You know, I can't tell you how many banks turned me down when I applied for loans to start this business, but I never gave up on the possibility. And same with you and all of your classmates. Whatever job you pursue or whatever you want to do, there is no limit. And so if you do hear a no at some point in your career, that's just another door opening somewhere else. So yeah, it's just a mentality.
That's super great positivity. I guess, like, maybe one of my last questions for you would be, what kind of tribulations or trials did you have to get where you were going? I mean, I know you said you were denied by the banks a couple of times because they didn't believe in your business. So how do you overcome barriers? And what kind of advice would you give to someone in the program that would be maybe looking towards opening their own business?
Well, you're going to hear a lot of no's, and you're going to hear a lot of people doubt what your vision is. And my belief has always been, I need to hear some no's, because that tells me I'm on the right path. You know what I mean? If I hear nothing but yeses, I start to get a little bit hesitant, like, uh-oh, so this is too good to be true, like, what's going on here? So you have to hear some no's, because it tests your resolve. If all you heard was yes, as soon as you do face adversity, how are you going to handle that? You know, so before you even start your business, you need to hear someone in your family say, I don't think that's a good idea, or you need to hear a bank, someone in a financial institution say, you know, it's too high risk. So that will test your resolve, because if you really want it, if you really have this great vision, then when you hear a no, it's only going to push you harder to want to achieve it.
appreciate your time, Craig.
My pleasure.
Thank you for taking the time to interview with me.
Yeah.
And have a great day.
Okay, thank you.